In this RouteCAD tutorial video, we will see how to create a surface of revolution using the wizard and defining a finish pass. At the moment, we have a chalk holding tool that we have designed with keep outline. We also have a workpiece that we have designed with keep outline, and we have a tool, cutting tool, all designed with keep outline in blue. In red, we have a construction profile that we have designed with construction object, but we did not route this yet. What we will do, we will use the wizard to route this, and we will define a finish pass with the wizard. So let's see how to do that. The profile has been created. Now, to use the wizard, we go to wizard and we select contour of revolution. Now, we have set in the wizard the out of material clearance to ½ inch. This means that the cutting tool will always retract ½ inch, go away from the workpiece ½ inch, and go back to the beginning and do another pass, cutting pass. We define the in-depth pass roughing as 0.2 inch. So when it's doing a roughing pass, it will go 0.2 inch inside the material. But for the finish pass, it will go 0.1 inch in the material. The number of finish pass, we have defined it as only one finish pass, but let's change it. Let's make it 2 finish pass. So what we have done now is every roughing pass will go in the material by 0.2 inch. And for the final finish pass, it will go 1.1 inch and a final 0.1 inch to get that surface of revolution. And obviously, it will go out of the material by ½ inch each time. This is what we define in the clearance. So we have 0.2 inch roughing pass, 0.1 inch finish pass, 2 finish passes, and 0.5 inch as out of material clearance. So to create the surface of revolution, all we need to do is to click on create a surface of revolution defined by a continuous contour. And obviously this contour that we made is continuous because we made it with the snap enable. Obviously we can also snap to the grid, give the same result, but we're going to make sure that there are no gap in this contour, or the wizard will have a problem working. Now the tip is telling us to click on the first object to create the contour of revolution. We need to create on one object in the contour in the continuous profile, and obviously we cannot select a keep out of route line. We must select a construction object with that as a keep out disabled. So let's just click on this to select it. The contour of revolution selected include keep out of route objects. Okay, and then this is just a warning message that perhaps that when we selected this contour, the application might have also think or detect that there was some keep out object, but that's okay because the warning is telling us that any keep out of element will be excluded from the contour evolution. So normally it should only do the profile that is construction object with keep out disabled. So let's click on OK and see what's happened. And it looks like it did it properly. Now to really have a better feel of what is happening, we will view and display the route arrow. And by displaying the route arrow, we can very clearly see how it did it. It did a few roughing pass. The roughing pass were to go in the material by 0.2 inch at a time. Also, it has the 0.5 inch clearance to material that was specified. But for the finish pass, it did 2 finish passes. And for the finish pass, it basically went and follow the original profile and do the finish pass by going in the material 0.1 inch. And we can appreciate the difference between a roughing pass and a finish pass. A roughing pass is always going in the material by how much the in-depth roughing has been defined, but it doesn't follow the full profile. The way it works is the application will do all the finish pass first and get all the roughing pass first and get to the point of the finished profile, and then it will execute the finished profile last. But when it's executing the finished profile, it is strictly following the contour that we have originally defined, and typically this will give a better finished surface of revolution.